Hello, this is Dr. Maggie Vivoda, and we're here to talk about a few more marketing concepts. We're going to go ahead and start with the definition of demography. Demography is the study of people's vital statistics such as their age, race and ethnicity, and location. What are tweens? Tweens are pre and early adolescents. Their ages range between 9 and 14. There's a population of approximately 20 million tweens and the purchasing power of approximately $21 billion in 2008. Tweens view TV ads as just advertising, but they are emerging as the richest generation and the most influential generation in history. What are teens? There are 25 million teens or teenagers in the United States. They have a purchasing power of $195 billion annually. They spend approximately 72 hours a week tuned in electronically. 68% of teenagers have created profiles on MySpace, Xanga, or Facebook. And shopping for teenagers has become a social sport. 62% of teenagers say they love to shop. As we get to this point, we've talked about tweens and we've talked about teens. You're probably wondering, why are we even discussing these demographic groups? Well, as you can see, take a look at the purchasing power. $195 billion annually is a considerable amount. So teens and tweens actually have strong purchasing power. Keep in mind also that parents oftentimes want to do what their children or their teenagers would like them to do. So oftentimes they'll let their teenager go see a movie 5 or 6 or 7 times, which really is beneficial to the entertainment industry. Also, teenagers oftentimes are given an unlimited amount of money to spend at the mall to buy clothes. So how does this all work as far as marketing goes? You definitely want to ensure that when you're marketing to these groups. Generation Y. Now this is where it gets very interesting because we have various generations right now, actually multiple generations that are working in the work environment now. Generation Y is the group of individuals born between 1979 and 1994. There's a population of 73 million individuals. They have a purchasing power of $200 billion annually. They're found to be very connected, meaning technologically, street smart, they're time managers, they're opinionated and diverse, inquisitive, family-oriented, and impatient. Now, keep in mind, we might be able to conclude that the impatience is related to the connectiveness, meaning that if Generation Y individuals are able to get responses to their questions via text very, very quickly, they become very impatient when they can't get something done faster. Generation X. These are individuals born between 1965 and 1978. Population of 40 million. They're savvy and cynical consumers. They're really more protective and involved with their kids. They value the importance of education, and they are the avid buyers of the latest clothes, technology, and recreational products. Baby boomers. They're born between 1946 and 1964. They are the largest demographic segment, population of 77 million. Boomers are postponing retirement. The 2007-2009 economic downturn has resulted in a loss of $2 trillion. So that's why many baby boomers are continuing to work. As long as they work, the income will continue to grow. There are four segments of baby boomers looking for balance, confident in living well, at ease, or overwhelmed. Keep in mind, the largest demographic segment is now retiring at approximately 10,000 individuals per day. What does that mean? Well, this group is getting older, and they're going to impact everything because they're going to have required medical needs, travel needs, etc. Growing ethnic markets. Spending power of ethnic markets in 2008. Hispanics spent approximately $1 trillion, African Americans $921 billion, and Asian Americans $526 billion. Diversity can result in the bottom line benefits to companies. Now, when you're marketing to Hispanic Americans, keep in mind that the population's diversity creates challenges for targeting this group. Remember, yes, Hispanic, but that could be Hispanic Cuban, Hispanic Puerto Rican, Hispanic Spaniard, etc. Hispanics tend to be brand loyal, but they're not aware of many U.S. brands. 68% of U.S. Hispanics have home internet access. When marketing to African Americans, keep in mind that many firms are creating products for the African American market. Promotional dollars and media choices directed towards African Americans continue to increase. Marketing to Asian Americans. Asian Americans are younger, better education, and have the highest average income of all groups. They're sometimes called a marketer's dreams. Asian Americans are considered savers. Therefore, they have funds to spend. Many products have been developed for the Asian American market. The cultural diversity within the Asian American market complicates promotional efforts. Ethnic and cultural diversity. Multiculturalism. This occurs when all major ethnic groups in an area, city, county, or census tract are roughly equally represented. U.S. trend is towards greater multiculturalism. America's racial and ethnic patterns have taken on distinctly regional dimensions. Economic factors. You want to identify consumer and marketer reactions to the state of the economy. Economic factors. That is the consumer's income, inflation, and recession. As we know, the consumer's income is one of the demographics that you want to know about a consumer. Let's say that you are a real estate agent and you're selling high-end real estate property. When you're marketing, don't you really want to market to the affluent if you're selling high-end property? You certainly could market to an individual who's making $50,000 a year. But let's be realistic, that individual cannot afford a $2 million home. So you want to be able to use your marketing dollars wisely. You also want to keep in mind inflation. And last but not least, and I think we experienced this in the 2009 period, recession. How does this affect marketing? Consumers' incomes, let's take a look at that. The median U.S. household income in 2008 was approximately $49,000. I believe it's slightly higher than that in the early, low 50s. Incomes have risen at a very slow pace. And we all know education is the primary determinant of earning potential. Purchasing power. What is that? It is a comparison of the relative cost of a set standard of goods and services in different geographic areas. Let's say, for example, you live in New York and you want to, I'm going to use the real estate property example. You want to buy a small home in New York. Clearly, your purchasing power is going to be a lot stronger if you decide instead of purchasing in New York, you'll buy that exact same home in Florida. How far your purchasing power extends kind of gives you an idea. It is a comparison of the relative cost of a set standard of goods and services in various geographic areas. And last but not least, what is inflation? Inflation is a measure of the decrease in value of the money expressed as a percentage reduction in value since the previous year. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this PowerPoint presentation. Keep in mind, when you're marketing and you have a limited amount of marketing dollars, you have to ensure that those marketing dollars go exactly to the individuals you want it to. You don't want to waste the valuable money you do have. That takes marketing research, but in truth, demographics are incredibly important. You want to know maybe by age, by gender, by income, by area, where the individuals live. All of these things come into play. But I do hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.